Let's say hello to Brent Forrester! Brent Forrester, boys and girls, let's hear it for him. Come on! Who of those characters were your favorite to write for or direct? Like, which actor did you go, I know if I throw him this thing,
yes,
they'll give me this gold. But when you're writing, because I'm gonna take a stab at for writing. I thought that you for Andy Bernard as Ed Helms, because you had to shape him. He coming out of the second season was a buffoon sort of equal to Dwight, and you had to change his arc and his heart. Mm-hmm. And I thought you created some sad things for Andy, but also separated him from Dwight. So I'm gonna say Andy Bernard.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ed Helms is one of those performers who is game for anything. And you literally can tell him, try it this way, and he hacks through a performance like he's going through a jungle. And then you say, go this direction, and he'll do that. So the thing about Helms was just this go-for-it attitude. But each of the performers had their own strengths. Rainn Wilson is a Critics' Choice Award-winning actor over and over again in New York before he came to LA. He's just an actor's actor. And then Steve Carell is sort of a combo of both. A phenomenal actor who also had these profound improv skills. The hardest character to write for was Steve Carell. He's the only person I've ever...
For Michael Scott's the hardest person?
Yes, the only person that I've ever written for where you would submit lines to him and just hope that he liked them. And, you know...
Really?
Yeah.
But you started in on the third season. Was that he so knew that character by then?
Yeah.
Because there was a separation of having to do what Ricky Gervais had done. That's the wild thing about that show.
Yes.
That it was hard to get what he felt was truly Michael Scott.
Well, yes. The thing, you know, it went from a British show to an American show. The British shows, generally speaking, are happy to have anti-heroes.
Yes.
What an anti-hero means is a protagonist who you don't admire. That's very British to do. You can't do that in American TV and survive. And so what happened was we took the script verbatim of The English Office. Carell is playing an anti-hero. After half a season, NBC said, we will cancel you unless you turn this anti-hero into a hero. What did that mean by American television standards? It meant that this guy who was a buffoon and causing everybody's lives to be miserable was doing so because he loved them so much and wanted their approval. And that actually was the pivot of The Office.
An incredible key as a screenwriter. And you know, when Ricky Gervais had done it, there's a core to the way he played his character.
Yes, Ricky Gervais was making fun of a boss that he had hated. It was a guy who thought he was funny, but was actually just had a captive audience because everybody worked under him. And Gervais is doing a kind of vicious takedown of that guy that he hated.
Right.
You know, Carell had to infuse it with more love than that to get 100+ episodes. The secret of network television is, if it's a workplace show, it's got to have subtext of family. If it has that, it will endure. Take that to the bank, because it's the smartest thing you'll ever hear about TV.
Nice.
That's big money Hollywood advice. That is great insight of it. And what I love about Michael Scott is that desire to be loved. Clearly his parents didn't love him, and he wants that thing, which you guys then gave him. And you took your time, I mean, over hundreds of episodes, to actually get to the needing a family, needing a wife, needing children was impressive.
Yeah, I suppose that was probably always there. As I say, Steve Carell knew this character so deeply that the writers actually couldn't write for him sometimes. And that's a tribute to this incredibly generous
tribute. Yes.
He knew his character so well that you would submit stuff to him and go, God damn, we worked hard on this joke, this talking head monologue. But only he can tell us whether it is true to that character, because we never were able to understand the character as deeply as he did. And so there was a certain hit and miss element to him, and only him, of all actors I've ever written for.